Well, hello, Renetta. How are
Hey,
you today?
Tanya. How are you today?
I am doing fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Had an
Are we? Now I
awesome
was
day.
about to say, are we calling this Fabulous Friday then?
Fabulous Friday.
Fabulous.
Yes,
So
yes,
how's it going? I know I have watched you this week. You have been doing some pretty boss things.
absolutely, my girl. We have. And just to even talk about, do we want to talk about it right now? Let's just welcome everybody to the show. We are here today with Financial Sins. Hey, Miss Ward, how you doing? Um, good to have everyone joining us. This is Financial Sins, where we make it our business to try to help you with something so that you won't continue to do the things you've been doing and doing them better you know
Absolutely.
oh my
Absolutely.
gosh.
Yes, this has been an incredible week. If you guys have been following Tanya and I, you see that we have been making moves in our industries this week, and something that we will continue to do. Now, on this fabulous Friday, we want you guys to, comment on what makes your Friday fabulous as we continue to talk about, what we have in store for you today.
Well, what makes your Friday fabulous? So, Renetta, yeah, we have I am the insurance professor, and I have been out there putting my formula into the heads and the minds of people, and we have seen such great success. So I start out the morning with I gotta tell this story, okay?
Yes, please.
So I had a young lady, and what we're doing right now is that we're doing these crash courses. So if you guys don't know, what I do is I help people pass the insurance exam. And after they pass the exam, how to be successful as a new insurance agent. Well, we ran a crash course and had people come into this free course first. And, we gave them a bunch of tips. And this young lady came into the class. She had failed the insurance exam 7 times. And, one of our things is that you have to believe in yourself. You
Yes.
have to believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, that is 80% of what you need to do in order to pass the exam. It's really about belief. But, of course, most people don't. It's about, how much do I know? And can I take a bunch of these tests and exams? And, well, this morning's text from her after our session, she passed.
That is awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. I remember being um, a part of one of your group sessions when she started. So it is incredible. Congratulations to you, Tanya. Your formula for success in the insurance industry works. Yes, pat yourself on the back, and we can apply that formula for success across the board. As we're sharing, let me share today. I shared it earlier this week on social media that what I'm doing. Hi, Tara. What I'm doing is, working with companies and working with individuals. We work with individuals to say, hey, let me show you how to scale up your career to get where you want to do. I also provide that service as a career coach and HR consultant, is to provide that service to companies. So I'm so happy that this week, moving into a new state, into the state of Florida. So you guys understand that
Woo-hoo!
it can happen. Yes. Woohoo. So these things can happen. And you're with the ladies right now today who can help you make that happen. Whether it's your corporate company, your own business, and you individually get to where you want to go. And that
So
leads
let's
us.
talk
So we
about
see some Friday, fabulous Fridays. We have a cold beer at the end of the day. That makes your Friday fabulous, your Saturday fabulous.
Woo, girl. Okay. What in the world? Okay, so the other thing that has happened also is
An
that
achievement, absolutely, Norm, achievement. I saw that. Go ahead.
so the other thing that has happened is that I went to Atlanta, right? And did a corporation that had 20 people inside that course. And I had my boot camp gear on when I got off
Yes,
the
you
airplane,
did.
right? So I walked in with my boot camp gear on, ready to
Yes.
rock and roll, ready to rock and roll. And I spent 4 hours with them and just giving them, not just tips on how to pass the test, but drilling down on some of the things that's most difficult for people to understand. And there is a particular portion of the exam that's, just kind of a stickler. But no matter what state you're in, you have to score well on it. And just even explaining to them how the test is laid out. So I went through that. I am waiting on results because that happened on Tuesday evening. And so I think most people were scheduled to take the test this weekend. And I really felt good when I left. I pretty much got like I'll say halfway standing ovation in the class.
Okay, okay.
Fun. I really did. And then, had, wonderful dinner with some other folks in the Atlanta area, worked real hard on Wednesday and came back on Thursday. So I am out here in Texas this week. So we'll see how long I'll be here. And then hopefully at the end of the month or sometime real soon, Renetta, we'll be back in the same studio together. But our topic today is, bossing up, bossing up, being your own business or making sure that you start your own business. I'm not sure what people want to do in 2023, but whatever it is, whether it is your career, you have a job and you want to do something better, or you want to advance in that career, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. It's the determination, right? So, I looked up, right? Bossing up. What's boss up? And that's just exactly what Tanya's saying. That's the drive, striving to reach your goals, putting in the effort, the tenacity, the determination to get to where it is that you want to be. And, if it's careers, then absolutely, I'm your girl. I'm your career coach. In the insurance industry, you have your insurance professor, Tanya. In any industry, you have the two of us who understand how to build a business. And, we can walk you through it. We can talk you through it. We can give you the map to the success.
Absolutely. We have sat down with a couple of people now in the most recent weeks, months, helping them structure their business from day one and just getting the paperwork complete, right? And what comes next after you decide that you are going to either start a business or get into a new career or whatever is that you begin to have these fears. And those fears will keep us from making the next step. So you see a position that's open. You know that you qualify. Even if you don't quite qualify, your longevity, the work that you've put in, but you get scared to even apply for it or think that you're good enough for it. And today we want to encourage you to make that move, make that step. Boss up.
Boss up. Right. Make that step. Who said fall down 7 times, get up 8? You've got to make the step so that, so you don't have any regret. We can't continue to woulda, shoulda, coulda. We have to start saying, I did it. and this is what I learned from it, and this is how I improve the next time. Or you hit that mark on the first try, you knock it out the park. We're talking about what Tanya and I do in careers. Someone asked me for assistance in with their resume. Can you help me with my resume? Let's go through how I can build my resume. I have an interview coming up, and she came back and said, that interview, I walked in with that interview. She said they read the interview, asked a few questions, right? And I landed the job. So it's all about, so it's about putting in that effort, and it's about that belief system, because that's where it starts. You got to believe it. You got to get your mind right, and then seek out the help that you need, because we don't know it all. Tanya's my coach. I'm Tanya's coach.
Yes.
Because we understand and we can see things, going on in the other person that they don't see it, that you don't recognize because you're too close to it sometimes. So Tanya can see my blind spots, and I can see Tanya's blind spots and say, you know what? Back up, try this a little bit differently. You're almost there, or you're there. Quit, stop. You already there. And that's again part of getting your mind. Absolutely. Thanks.
Well, we got a fan.
Exactly. Thank you, Norman. Thank you. But that's exactly it. You've got to get with people who, someone said once, I think about Tanya and I, that we're always somewhere with somebody, going somewhere. But part of that is soaking up knowledge. Who wants to be? People come to us for advice so much, right? And because that's what we do, and that's how we're ended up in the fields that we're in, because people come in, I've been in HR and staffing all that for so many years. People automatically ask, would you look at this? What I need to do? I'm preparing for an interview. Is this right? What should I ask? How do I negotiate my salary? What do I do? Right. But we also, and that's what we're saying, we also have to then plug in and connect with other people to help us also get to the next level of where we want to do, and what it is that you want to do.
So don't be afraid to get a coach. That's what we're saying. That's bottom line, because we all need some help in some different aspects. I mean, when we decided to exercise and, get our cholesterol and blood pressure and that kind of stuff in place, we decided to get coaches. So that would help us gain what we needed to and stay on track.
Yes.
So
that's that accountability factor.
Absolutely. And we all need it at some time or another. So sometimes you don't want to pay for assistance, but in order to get to the next level, to scale up your business, to scale up yourself,
yes,
you may need assistance. We never think that we need a therapist, but what have we been told over and over again after this pandemic, that we really need to sit down and talk to people. We need to have one. And a coach sometimes is just that. So you want to figure out what you want to do. And if you can't get there, find a person that will grab and hold your hand and help you through that process.
Yes.
So
yes.
I found myself doing it in the insurance industry and getting the assistance that I needed to move my business forward. So hopefully I've been doing a good job with social media marketing, where that I am the insurance professor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
yes.
that not only helps you pass the test, but helps you with just true success.
Mm-hmm.
We have so many people that come out of the insurance industry or out of this career because they went one direction. But in these different areas, in this field of insurance, there's so many different aspects of it. And you don't have to follow your friends. That's what we get caught up in too.
Yes.
So
that's another entire show about what is for you is for you. And we're talking about, investing. We pour money into other things, but always remember, always know that the greatest investment is in yourself, right? That's in me. Your greatest investment, that is in you. So get what it is that you need. The insurance industry, absolutely a roadmap to getting to where you want to be. As your career coach, get the assistance that you need to go into any industry and any career. And a career is not just a corporate career. A career is also starting your business, because that is your career, your business, your entrepreneurship, the same thing, being, you're authentic. What is it that you want? And then believe that, because you have so many people who, and that's why we said, get someone who is, that you see is doing what it is that you may want to do, because a lot of times when you talk to people, some people just don't have the vision because they haven't had the experience.
Right.
And so it's okay that there's a support, you get your support system, but you also want to reach out to others who've had the experience, who have some knowledge in the area as well. And those who encourage you, who believe in you. Sometimes you've heard that, borrow someone else's belief system. If you don't have your own solid yet, borrow someone else's. I have ideas and I am, kind of on the fence about them. I go to Tanya. She's like, girl, if you don't do that right now, but you need that. You need that. Sometimes you need that arm wrap to say, I'm in this with you. Yes, you can do. That's a great idea. You know how to do this. Just do it.
So in us talking about bossing up, we want to give you 3 tips today. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about amplifying your attitude and being your authentic self. We keep hearing about that. Then we'll talk about B, which
branding.
Is branding.
Branding yourself, branding your business, your beliefs and being clear.
Right. And then C, being consistent. So that being consistent and confident so that you can have cash flow.
Absolutely. Consistency plus confidence equals cash flow.
All right. So that's our 3 today that we're going to just briefly go over and tell you to kind of join us, because you got to keep watching Tanya and Renetta, because we got some other things coming. All right. We got some other things coming. All right. So right now we're dealing with, your attitude.
Yes.
Your attitude. And you got to have a very positive, and for me, I'm going to use the word aggressive attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't begin to talk to yourself in the positive that you can.
Affirmations.
There you go. That's the A. The A was affirmation. Okay. So amplify your attitude. Make sure that you have a positive, successful, and even if it's not what one of my coaches said, do it while you scared, baby.
Yes.
Do it while you scared.
Do it scared.
So let's do it. When we looked at our 2023 goals for this year, we set our goals big.
They're frightening.
Yes. And if your goal doesn't scare you, then you need to make another goal.
Yes.
You need to do what scares the crap out of you. Okay. And when you do that, and then just put for one step.
One step, and take a step every day. Because what happens is, we focus on it for a little while, then we push it to the side and say we're going to get back to it, but make it a part of your everyday activity. And affirmations, I love affirmations, and I love quotes. So anybody who knows me knows I'm going to look for a quote. I'm going to always look Affirmations, absolutely. Hi,
Hey,
Dorsey.
Angela.
This is also the affirmations, the affirmations queen. But those affirmations, and I say this all the time. What you train your mind, is what your mind is going to work on. So what you're feeding your mind, then your mind says, "Oh, you're a boss." Well, then your mind starts thinking, "Okay, we're a boss. Let's act like a boss. Let's do boss things." You feed your mind the positives, and your mind is going to start to act in the positives. And we're not saying there aren't days where we get discouraged, because there are. And that's when you need like that motivator, who says, "Hey, it's okay. Get up, keep going. You still can make it." So those affirmations, I don't know who it was who mentioned or who does that. And it may be Pet, Tanya. I'm not sure. But putting affirmations, what was that TV show that was on BT? I don't remember. But anyway, it would start off and they would have these affirmations. She would put affirmations on the mirror.
Oh my gosh, that's
And it would be a quote.
girl. I
Yeah.
like the show. Jane.
Yeah, Being Mary Jane.
Yes.
So that show. And she would put these affirmation quotes. So she would start the day with those things that were affirming to her, and she did it every day. And as you watched the series, you watched her boss up,
Absolutely.
because she wasn't afraid. We're saying, do it afraid. What's the worst that can happen?
Absolutely.
You learn something, right. Don't look down, look straight ahead and focus.
And just giving an example, doing the crash course was something new for me. And so I could do a 40-hour long course. But now, could you really help someone in a crash course? Because they've already taken something or they failed something. And now, do they really? So can you really do it? And believing that I could was a little more difficult. But then once a person has the success, they sit with you, they finish up, and boom, they pass the exam. You're like, oh my God, thank you.
I can do anything.
I'm like, what? So
and that's it. That's what happens.
Yes.
Landing a new client. You're thinking,
do it.
I'm not, I thought, this client, we've been going back and forth for months. And, and they were talking about going with larger companies because they knew what larger companies could do. And their experience had been with larger companies, and having to go in and convince them of the benefits of working with a smaller company, while the company is still small, because the company is going to be great and large, right? So catch us now, but talking to them, and again, you don't tear down any other company. So it wasn't about tearing down, any company.
Yes.
She
was telling Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle Union, that's it. That's what it was. But it was about, saying, hey, but this company right now, this is what we can offer you. And, and they finally said, okay, we're going to give you a chance. And all you need is one.
That's it.
All you need is one success.
All right. So in our talking about bossing up, we just dealt with your attitude, amplify attitude, right? So now let's look at branding. Branding is so key in what you're doing, because people need to understand what you do.
Mm-hmm.
In the industry of anything, I don't care what it is,
right?
We see signs and we say we do this, and you expect a person to remember you when they need that service. Well, if you only told me one time, how do you expect me to really remember you? And we have this telephone that has over 300 or 400 people in. And if you're in business and you don't tell folks more than one time that you do housekeeping, house cleaning, You do lawn care, you detail cars, you are a life coach, a
An
motivator.
event planner,
If you want
whatever.
what you waiting on? What you waiting on? You waiting on you to finally come all the way down from somebody else to say that you did. Mm-mm. You got to brand yourself. You got to keep it out there on a regular basis.
And who is one of the most influential branders out there right now? And I want to bring up, we just talked about Gabrielle Union, and she's good at that. But what does Deion Sanders?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a household name.
Yeah.
But he believed in what he was doing. That's that belief system, and he has branded himself over and over and over and over again. He constantly talks about who he is,
Yep.
why he is, and what he does. So remember that: who you are, why you are, what you do.
That's right.
All the time.
All the time. And I hope that I think we've been doing a pretty good job, Renetta, with and so to get any type of tips from that, if you would just kind of go into our Facebook groups and not groups, into our Facebook pages, we hope that you can see that is what we do. That's the careers or the fields that we're in. I'm in insurance and I'm the insurance professor. Renetta is an HR and she is the career coach, and now is getting ready with Renetta. So whatever you want to get ready for, whether you're going into a career or if you're going into business, that you want to contact Renetta, because that's what we're doing. Renetta's doing all types of businesses. Mine is also insurance, which is a brand new business. You still got to go through the same things no matter what and have the same idea. So again, you got to brand yourself. Branding is talking about our colors. Ooh, Renetta, remember you just told me to do something with my LinkedIn.
Yes, I did. I sure did. And Tanya went there and did it. And what I said was go in and make sure that your LinkedIn looks like what you represent, And so we talked about, making sure that, your title, is more your profile, has more than just, the title of what you do,
Right.
Your job title, and make sure that it talks about who you are. Make sure your picture is professional. You say you're professional. You can't have, your vacation beachfront picture. Even though it's a great picture of you, I'm sure you looked absolutely fabulous on this Friday, but that's not the picture. And then, tell a story there. There's a story of how you got to where you are, so that when people are looking at your LinkedIn profile, they get a full snapshot, a short, concise, but a quick snapshot of who you are and what you do.
There you
and
go.
Why you want to do it.
Uh-oh. All right, Norman Johnson, we're going to make sure that we put you on the show next week.
Absolutely. That's right. Making a song that stays in your head. Yes.
So people know, okay, there you go.
Yes. That's right.
And he's right. And I'll tell you that I don't really have mine all together all the time, because my whole thing is, really helping women get into this career and helping those that are overworked and undervalued become successful, so that they can live the life of flexibility, fortune, fun, and something that 4 or 5 F's,
Yes, absolutely.
So he's right. And you got to have that so that, you can say it anytime somebody says, what do you do? So you got to begin to brand yourself.
And you have to get Tanya, and you have to be ready. I was at a breakfast last week, and it was a professional breakfast, and and we were all in attendance, and you're sitting around at the table and you're just having a great time and waiting for the speaker. It was a great event. One of the speakers from Hyundai. Okay, so it was an event, and they were there, and I was able to attend that breakfast. Well, you're meeting people, and before you go in, everybody's passing out cards, and I'm fancy because now it's on my phone, and you just, QR code, and you hit the phone. So, you think about all of that, hey, and everyone else is like, click me, yes, let's do this. But we get inside, and now the tone becomes a little bit different. And people are saying that, just like Tanya said, and Norma saying, someone, from across the table. I'm sitting at a table, 10 people, someone I had never met, and we passed bread and all this. And the person across the table said, "Well, I like your whole look, and so what do you do? Let's see if it matches, your look." And to be asking that fashion, at first I was like, what? But you take half a second, and I started to blurt out, right? This is who I am, and this is what I do. And he said, "Oh, well, I need your card." And I said, "You absolutely do." And someone sitting next to me said, "Wow, I don't know if you did that on the spot." And I said, "But it part of branding is the repetition. It's the practice of doing that." And Tanya and I, we quiz each other all the time, and and we're like, okay, you got to get that, you got to get it down, you got to get that down. But it works, and it's absolutely part of being able to brand yourself in any situation.
All right. And then lastly is it has to deal with consistency. Consistency. So you got to consistently tell people what you do. You got to. You think I remember what I had for breakfast 2 days ago? Absolutely not. I have no idea what I had for breakfast, but you want me to remember you when I don't need your services right this minute. So now I think, oh man, Renetta, as much as we forget, it's like, I met this person and I think they did. Where was that? They gave me a card, and now I got to dig through the abyss, my purse, right, to find that card. If I remembered that it was you. But if you were doing consistent marketing to me, then when I need your service, you'll be right there. There wouldn't be another thought about what I need, or have to come back. So again, consistency is very important. You put Tara back up again. What's up?
Yes. And I put her back up because what she's saying and talking about consistency, and she's, to what you're saying, articulating your value is very important as a brand owner. And I put Tiara back up because this is part of what she does.
That's right.
As a branding coach, so you need one. So she's saying that's important because if you don't understand what you do, how do you expect anybody else to understand and add any value? And so we're talking, and also talking about, consistency of, so that others will know who you are. What about, I was trying to take it down. So what about you doing, consistent things to make sure that you understand your industry? The consistent things that you need to get up and do every day. Do you have, are you reading any books?
Ooh.
Are you doing that? I have, and I didn't bring it down, but, how many books are you reading? Are you going online to understand current trends in your industry? You say you want to do this, but do you know what this means? Whatever that is. That's part of consistency. Being dedicated to growing and understanding and educating yourself. That also has to be done consistently. And then we add that with the what, Tanya? What's the other part?
Confidence. We once you deal with the consistency brings on the confidence, because if you're learning more about what you do and the industry that you're in, then you're more confident when you're talking about. That's right. You're
You build that confidence. Yes, build that confidence muscle.
And then it brings on cash flow.
Cash flow.
Because now you have the trust. People trust you. They value your opinion and they don't mind spending money with you. So those are the three things in order to boss up your career, your life, your business, and anything that you're doing. And before we get off, I want to say Tiara was our first marketing coach.
That's right.
Okay. And so Tiara is young, bright, talented, and she was way over our head.
Yes, she was. And so Tara, I know you're laughing. And she had to sit us down and she had to calm us down and really pull from us the things that we didn't understand. And we are forever grateful that she took us on as these what kind of clients were we? Tara, don't put your real response out there. But we were clients who needed a lot of hand holding and coaching through. But that's what it is. Do that. Take on that client that has no idea.
Tell her to put her phone, put her email or website or something if people want to reach out to her, because she got our branding in order. She got our website in order. Mm-hmm. She made sure that we did photos. And oh my gosh,
it was a full branding kit.
Right.
And really
everything in order when we first came out with PHS. Yes. And so we thank you, Tiara, because now we understand. We ain't understand. We just was, doing whatever she said do. But now we get it,
Because we had a vision, and it's okay. So you have a vision and understand you don't know how to do everything. And that's why there are other people out here who know how to do that.
Right.
You have to have people who come in and help you do that. So what Norman says, yes. So someone asked you and your answer was all over the place. Yes, that's right. It's that 30-second, we call it a 30-second elevator pitch. And if you don't have that together, you've lost the attention.
Yeah. Know your business and have a sentence ready that explains it. Absolutely. That is so true. And I am really going to work on mine because I just get down to, I help people pass the test, but that is not what I am all about. What I am all about is actually helping people be successful in their industry, helping you to make money, helping you to get from, wherever you are to the next stage in life. So whether or not you want to transition your career into the insurance industry, and then after you do that, then where do you go? How do you get there? And that's what I do. I help you get to the next level. I'll hold your hand till you make $10,000, and I'm expecting to help you get there in like 90 days. Is that not right, Renetta?
That is right. That's right. That's part of what we do. It's like 10K your way, right. And because it can happen, you have to have a plan. You have to, these ABCs. Thank you, Tiara. So you guys see how to connect with Tiara Ward. She is a dynamic woman. Right. I love her. She is awesome. So please connect with Tiara.
So he says, yes, Tanya, because I may not have trouble passing the test. So tell me, what do you do?
That's right. That's right. Tanya and I, it's the insurance, it's that career. We're going to take you from ground zero to whatever type of hero you want to be in your industry.
All right. So Today, we have had a great time with you in talking about bossing up your business, bossing up your career. And we are going to invite you to be a part of our Facebook groups that we have in order right now. And then we are going to be having some challenges coming up because we want to get more people out there that want to grow their business, grow themselves, and make more money in doing what you already do. So you're going to see more about bossing up. It's going to be coming out very, very soon, probably in the next 3 to 5 days.
Yes.
And we're going to ask you to come back in. We're going to talk about it again on Financial Sins in reference to what we're going to be doing. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun making sure
while you 10K your way.
That's right. And that's going to be all a part of bossing up, because we're not going to let you go until you're actually making money consistently. And part of what we do is we help you to make your money, but making sure that it's duplicatable so that you're doing it every single month, not just one time. And, you know, in the world of insurance, we do it one time by selling a policy. We don't have time to just walk around selling policies. That's not what this insurance industry is all about. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about insurance, but mostly it is about the career and the transition that you're going to be going into. So I invite you to the ABCs to passing the insurance exam and a new agent success. And Renetta,
so I invite you to Ready with Renetta, and that's where we help you scale up your career. So whether you're new to a job search, you're a seasoned career professional, you know, trying to get a promotion, whatever it is, starting a new business, that's where you come so that you get ready with Renetta. So come on into our groups, and we look forward to seeing all of you. It has been a great day. Of course, Norm, you come back every week. We love to have you.
and Norm, I know that you work with young people, and you are motivating and motivator for those folks. And so I know that you are always the one that is trying to help someone. You care with a big heart and want to always do what's best for someone. So we appreciate what you're sharing today. Absolutely. We also have our friend Angela Dorsey that's out here. And Angela, you know, she works with children, a brave soul that works with children on a regular basis through Summer Bonanza, that is always out there motivating and giving positive activities, positive affirmations. And when we can't think of what we need to do next, we always
go to the creative.
The creator, this Angela Dorsey. So good to have you guys with us today.
Yes.
You know, share the show with other friends, share the show with other people, maybe
invite them to our Facebook groups.
And you know, we're going to say thank you for being with us here on Financial Sins today. My name is Tanya Scott Pilcher. I am your insurance professor, and I wish you a very happy Friday. And like always, live life like there is no tomorrow.
I am Renetta, your career coach. Get ready with Renetta. You guys, it's been an incredible show. You know, look out for Tanya and Renetta and Tanya. We've got big things in store to share with you. And in closing, I always say, make it a great day.
back to that.